Good afternoon, everybody. Hope everybody's good. Hope everybody's having a wonderful day so far. I thought I'd come and do another live stream because there's not really much else going on today. So I thought I'd come and chat to you all. Um, Thanks to everybody who tuned in yesterday's stream. Listen, I know it was a short one, I thought I'd I thought I would do a live stream. I'm a little bit early again today as well. I'm a little bit earlier than 3:30, but listen, I thought let me go onto YouTube and chat to you all. I seen a report today that Partey is being linked with Arsenal again in a swap deal, which will see Lacazette going the other way. How do you guys feel about that? Listen, I actually think if that happens, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to see Lacazette leave the club, and that would solve our defensive midfielder problems in bringing in Partey. Okay, yes, we lose a striker, but listen, we've got Martinelli who could probably come in and do a job, and probably do a better job than what Lacazette's been doing. Listen, now I know Lacazette's been out of form recently, but we have to understand, we have to make ruthless decisions at this club. And if you're not if you're not performing, then I'm sorry, you're going to have to go. Thank you to 4 people watching live so far. Do smash the like button and subscribe button if you are new. Would really appreciate that. But yeah, we have to we have to accept that if Lacazette's not performing, then maybe it is the best thing to move him on. Let's not forget as well that he was originally going to go to Atletico Madrid before he come into Arsenal. And obviously Atletico at that time had a transfer ban, which obviously meant that we could come in and we could get him, and we did. We got him, and it was a great big it was a great big story. I remember signing him. I remember Arsenal signing him, and it was brilliant. Like I was buzzing to see this guy come in. And although he was our player of the season last season, he's not really cut it this season. If I'm being brutally honest, half the team haven't really cut it this season, apart from Aubameyang, which you could probably say, he's been our I'll get my words out eventually. He's been our outstanding player this season. So yeah, this is that's a very interesting story with the Lacazette thing. I guess we'll just have to see how it plays out. I guess it's one of them that at the moment it's just speculation. Another thing I wanted to chat to you about today is that Arsenal. I've seen another report as well that during this period of isolation and during this period of being on lockdown and not being able to do anything, Arteta's the players are speaking to basically a shrink, for want of a better word. They use the term psychologist, but this is all the same thing, isn't it? Which I think, I don't know how I feel about that. I think maybe it's a good thing because, listen, players are probably going to stir crazy. And obviously they're not being able to physically train because of the social distancing rules. But yeah, listen, I think that's a good, I think it's a good thing. Listen, it keeps their minds active. And it gives them something to, gives them some way of escape, because let's be honest, there's a lot of people during this lockdown, there's a lot of people that are going to be struggling mentally, and not just your average Joe Blogs, but even professional footballers are going to be struggling. mentally. You know, listen, this is a very difficult situation. It's a very unique situation. And a lot of players are going to be struggling, you know, mentally. Listen, to go from playing pretty much every week to not being able to leave your house, and you've just got to stay home with your families. And now listen, with the best will in the world, you can stay home with your families, but 24 hours a day locked up with your families, you're probably going to go crazy. You're going to go a bit, you know, there's going to be ups and downs. You're going to have confrontations with your family. So, you know, you think footballers have a pretty active lifestyle. You know, they're training every day. So yeah, I think it's good for them to have a little bit of escapism, even if they are chatting to a psychologist, psychiatrist. I can never pronounce it. Listen, they all do the same thing, don't they? So yeah, it's going to be very interesting over the next couple of weeks or the next month or two to see how things progress in terms of football. Will football return? It's another one. You know, that I know they're talking about the 8th of June as a possible start date for the Premier League, and maybe just condensing the season into 5 weeks. But see, to me, and I touched upon this yesterday, to me, I'm not entirely sure how they're going to do that, because they've still got to start the next season. You know, even if they're going to restart this season, they're going to have some sort of pre-season, aren't they, to sort of get their fitness levels up. I mean, it'll probably benefit Arsenal actually, because when we played our last game against West Ham, I know we were struggling for fitness levels. We've been struggling fitness wise for this season, throughout this whole entire season, until it had to come to an end because of the coronavirus. We've been struggling for fitness. You know, reports have been put out there that the players aren't fit, and it shows on the pitch. You know, it's shown over the last couple of months that you can tell that the players' fitness levels aren't quite up to scratch. So maybe this could benefit Arsenal, having a little pre-season, and it could also benefit Arteta having another pre-season, having a first pre-season, because the other thing as well, if they play the season on the 8th of June, say they restart it on the 8th of June, and then they're going to go for 5 weeks, where they're then going to fit a pre-season in before starting the next season. Because listen, to go from the 8th of June right round through to the following May or following June, and then they're going to have the Euros. Let's be honest, they're going to have to go from the 8th of June 2020 right through to maybe the 15th of July with no break, or no, you know, possibly they might do the winter break in February, but they're going to go through that whole time with no break. That's going to be mental. So they're going to have to fit in some kind of pre-season to get these players up to scratch. Whether they do that before restarting the end of this campaign, or whether they do it in the middle of the 2 campaigns. So like maybe start on the 8th of June, finish this season off, and then have 3 or 4 weeks off before starting the next campaign. But listen, that's a lot of football. That is a lot of football. Listen, that's great for us, but professional footballers, listen, they need a bit of a break as well, don't they? I know they've had one at the moment, but it's not a proper break, is it? They're not usually in the summertime. They go off with their families and go on holiday, and they're not being able to do any of that. Listen, I know they get a lot of money, and they get paid a lot. They get paid a lot of money, and they've got a lot of perks being a footballer. But listen, they still need downtime, don't they? They still need downtime with their families. And also, let's not forget that they've got to fit in the transfer window as well. The transfer window's got to be fit in and renewing players' contracts. So, listen, I don't know how the Premier League and the FA and FIFA or UEFA, I don't know how they're all going to fit in. And just while I touch on UEFA as well, they've still got to fit in the remainder of the Champions League and obviously the remainder of the Europa League. So they've still got to fit that in. Listen, I've been rambling on for about 10 minutes now. Do smash the subscribe button if you are new. And do stick a like on this video and do hit the subscribe button. I'm going to get into some of your chats. Thanks to over 6 people watching live. Afternoon to you, Omar. Hope you're well. Yeah, I'm good, Omar. I'm listening. I'm having a really good afternoon. Just chilling out today. Listen, I'm into a good audio book at the moment, so I'm listening to that. And thank God for Netflix, eh? If it wasn't for Netflix, I'd be going stir crazy right about now. Good afternoon to you, Charlie. Hope you're well, mate. Omar says early again. Daniel working on the time management. Do you know what it is, Omar? Like, I'm going to be honest with you. I was going to set up this stream to go at 3:30, and I thought, you know what? I might just go live now rather than schedule it in. Got nothing else to do. I might as well just go live now. So I thought, let me just go live now. And listen, it's better to be early than late. So you guys get me for a bit longer this afternoon. But yeah, I just thought, listen, I enjoy going live. Chatting to you guys. So yeah, I just thought I'd go live a little bit earlier today. So you get me for a bit longer. So Omar says he would take that swap in a heartbeat, and that's referring to the possibility of swapping Alex Lacazette for Thomas Partey. And I agree with you, Omar. I would absolutely take that swap. I would absolutely take it in a heartbeat. I think that would solve our defensive midfield issues. And it also maybe gets Lacazette off the books. Now, I'm not saying that Lacazette's the worst player at Arsenal, because he isn't. There are players more... there are players that are worse than him. Let's say that. Afternoon to you, Steve. Thanks for tuning in. I know it's pretty early over there in Canada where you are, so thanks for tuning in. Have a look here. Wow. Do you know what, Omar? You're an absolute trooper, mate. You sit and watch everybody's streams, and I see you're like one of the first person in everybody's stream. So listen, that's dedication for you. Afternoon to you, Grant. Hope you're well, mate. He says, would I like to go to a Rangers game and the Ibrox tour? Do you know what? I'd like to go to just to get the atmosphere, and just to say that I've been to one. I'd like to go to a Celtic Rangers game. That would be mental, wouldn't it? Just listen, for me, and a lot of people say that Arsenal-Tottenham is the biggest derby, and I agree. You know, as an Arsenal fan, Arsenal-Tottenham is the biggest derby. But listen, Celtic-Rangers, that derby is just mental, absolutely mental. I watched a programme a couple of years ago on Celtic Rangers, and they were just saying how that when Celtic play Rangers, the amount of hospital admissions just from that game from fans, like literally the fans just constantly are always at each other's throats. And listen, they just, yeah, the NHS was saying that they can't cope. You know, when Celtic play Rangers, because bearing in mind they have the other added bonus of it being on a weekend, so adding to the fact that they've got to deal with the regular shit that they have to deal with on a Friday and Saturday evening, and then to have all these fans coming in after beating Seven Sages shit out of each other from this Celtic Rangers game. Yeah, listen, I'd love to go, not for the fighting side of things, because I don't agree with it. Listen, but for the atmosphere and for the it's a mental derby. Yeah, so Steve is also agreeing with me. He thinks that Lacazette for Partey would be a good deal. And yeah, I agree. I think Partey would solve a lot of our defensive midfielder problems. Grant says, did I know that Rangers had shares in Arsenal? Do you know what? I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Let's have a look here. Afternoon to you, Troy. Hope you're well, mate. So Amar's saying he can't see the season being completed. Listen, we just got to wait and see. And I know the longer they push it back, the harder it is to complete it. Afternoon to you, Irish Gooner. Hope you're well. Afternoon to you, Justice. Hope you're good as well. Have a look here. Have a look. Have a look. Afternoon to you, Carol. She says that we're no closer to knowing what's going on with football or the ease of the lockdown. Yeah, I agree. Listen, the government, especially here in the UK, just have no fucking clue as to what's going on. They have no clue. Justice, I just seen your comment as well. You're saying that you recorded a video and you have no clue where it's disappeared. Did you upload it to YouTube? Because I tell you what, YouTube is having a right old mare. So when these streams get uploaded, they take about a day to process before it shows up on the channel. So YouTube, sort your shit out, because you know it's stopping channels from growing, and I know you tend to prioritize your big channels over your small channels, but listen, how do you expect small channels to grow if you're delaying the process of videos? So sort your shit out if you're watching this. Afternoon to you, Ken Bryant. Hope you're well, mate. Do smash the subscribe button if you are new. I'd really appreciate that. And also smash the like button. That really does help get the channel noticed. And also for anybody that is new, go check out my interview that I had with Kevin Campbell on Thursday. Listen, there's lots of people have watched that already. Really good interview. I really enjoyed sitting down talking to Kev. And also go and check the one I did on Friday when I had Claude on here. Really enjoyed that. Listen, I always love having Claude on my channel. So go check both of those out. Thanks, Steve. He's just saying thank you. He's just saying what a great job I did. I asked every question. Listen, on that as well, I just want to sort of say, listen, I'm sorry I didn't get to read the chats out. I am sort of, next time I get Kev on, I know he's agreed to come on in the future again. So next time he does come on, I'm going to have maybe someone like Claude come on as well, just to monitor the chats, because it's all right me doing the chats in a setting like this, because listen, you guys are pretty patient, and but obviously when you get somebody like Kev on your channel, you want to keep it flowing as much as possible, and it's not easy monitoring the chats. And listen, the chats were moving mental on that show, and it's trying to get all the popular questions in, because listen, I could sit there and I could listen to every single chat, and it would take forever. Because I know you guys like to talk to each other in the chat as well, so I have to sift through that to get to the questions, which makes it harder for me, but I don't mind that. So next time Kev comes on, I'll have somebody else on here to monitor the chats, so I can put more of your questions to him. But listen, like I said from day one, it's a learning curve for me, this channel, and I'm getting confident and finding out what works for me, finding out what doesn't work for me, and I'm enjoying the journey. And listen, you guys are part of that journey, supporting me, so thank you very much for that. I really appreciate it. Raheem Pepe, you're a Tottenham fan. Well, listen, apologies for you being a Tottenham fan, but thank you for checking out my stream. Like I've always said, anybody, anybody's welcome on my channel, and anybody is welcome. But do smash the subscribe button if you are new. I've seen a few new people in the chat. If you're not already subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. I'd really appreciate it. Have a look here. So Carol says the NHS have got enough with testing frontline people instead of footballers, let alone footballers, sorry. Yeah, listen, that what they're doing is an amazing job. What they're doing is a fantastic job, and big up the NHS, because it's testing times at the moment, but what they're doing is an amazing job. Have a look. Oh look, I've obviously upset somebody in the chat, but do you know what? I'm not even going to give him the satisfaction of reading his comment out, but do stick a like on the video though before you leave the chat room, and stop putting filth on my chat, because you're just going to get absolutely blocked. Morning, Chadwick. Hope you're well, mate. Good regular. Hope you're well. You know what? Reading people read. So I'm just going to go back to that guy's chat. Reading that guy's chat just makes me. I need to work on getting some moderators. So if any of you are my regulars would like to be a moderator, I would really appreciate it. Let's have a look. What's the best place to go in Scotland, Ireland, and Wales? Well, listen, I've been to Scotland a few times, so like Edinburgh's nice. Edinburgh's really nice. Listen, you can go to visit Edinburgh Castle. Ireland, you could probably go to Dublin. Dublin's quite nice. You can go to the Guinness factory, and Irish are really good drinkers. So if you like a drink, Ireland's really nice. Some nice scenery there. Wales, if I'm being honest, not a lot going on in Wales. Apologies to any Welsh people in the chat, but let's have a look. Have a look here. So Chadwick's saying, what's the worst thing that somebody said or did from an opposing team? Do you know what? I don't know, Chadwick. Let me get back to you on that one. Maybe I'll answer that tomorrow. Give me a bit of time to think about it. Let's have a look. Afternoon to you, Jade Shahid. Listen, I've pronounced your name wrong. Let's have it. Let's have a look here. I'll read a couple more of these out, and then I'm going to get myself out of here because. Thanks, mate. I hope you're doing good. Mr. Bungle, hello, mate. So you're enjoying the stonking weather watching Pornhub. Listen, mate, there's worse things you could do. Fair play, fair play. Have a look. Let's have a look here. What was that for, Omar? Sorry, I've just got to your chat. You're asking me why was that? Who is that? Oh, so somebody in the chat, Omar, back. I don't know whether if you go to Vernon's chat, I think it was. Yeah, he just put a load of utter filth in my fucking chat. So yeah, once I figure out how I make people moderators, I need to actually figure this out, because once I figure out how to make people a mod, I think I can do it via YouTube. Let me look into that, Omar. And listen, I'm sure it'll flash up, but let me figure it out, and I will make you a mod. Let's have a look. Hello, Mr. Bungle. Don't worry, I can see your chat there. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Have a look. Let's have a look. Oh, thanks for that, Jay Shahid. Jay Shahid. You know what it is, right? I'll be honest with you guys. So some of your names, hold on a minute, guys. My got a load of notifications flashing up here. Let me get rid of all of these. Give me one sec. Have a look. Yeah, what was I saying? Let me read that chat back. Yeah, so that's what I was saying. So you know what it is, right? When VoiceOver, which is my speech software, anybody who's familiar with Apple will know that VoiceOver is what people like myself use. So when they're reading out some of the names, it completely butchers them. So apologies for that. Listen, guys, I'm going to read a couple more chats out, and then I'm going to end the stream because my computer's about to die, and I don't want it. I don't want it to end midstream. My computer to die midstream. How much did I donate to the fundraiser? I think I donated about 20 or 30 quid. So Chadwick says last time he was in the UK, stayed at Richmond. Any good places there? Yeah, come down to Devon, Chadwick. Next time you're in the UK, you should come down to Devon. So so yeah. So anyway, guys, I'm literally probably gonna get myself out of here because my computer keeps telling me it's gonna cut out. So listen, thanks very much for everybody who's tuning in. Do smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, and I will catch you all tomorrow. Just a quick one before I go. I'll be back tomorrow with my normal stream, and I'm going to put out a couple of recorded videos tomorrow as well. I'm not going to tell you what those are about. So yeah, I'm not going to tell you what those are about, but just stay tuned. Let me try and get back up here. My computer's moving mad slow today. I have no idea what's going on with this, which is mental. But yeah, do smash that subscribe button, guys. It's really important. And do smash the like button. So yeah, I'd really appreciate that if you could do that. And listen, guys, when I figure out how to do the moderators, I'll get some moderators which will clean up the chat. But yeah, let me try and get through all this. There's absolutely like tons of chats here. Do you know what as well? I'll say this while I'm sorting this out. scrolling through all the chats as well. It's a little bit difficult as well because I have to scroll through every single chat, and I'll to get to the latest ones. But I don't mind doing it for you guys because you guys are patient, so you guys understand. But yeah, it might it might be that I get somebody on more regularly just to monitor the chat, so I'm not having to scroll through all of these to get down to the latest ones. But yeah, thanks guys for tuning in anyway. Really appreciate this. So yeah, I've had a few so yeah, I'm gonna say this before I go as well. But I'm over 300 subscribers, so thank you to everybody who's subscribed. Thanks to everybody who's been supporting me over the last 2 months. Thanks to everybody who's watched the videos, liked the videos, subscribe to the channel and help get the channel off the ground, because without you guys, I said it before, there'd be no channel. So thanks to everybody who's been watching. And yeah, my computer's doing a mad one right now. Yeah, so my computer's doing an absolute mad one. But yeah, have a look here. Wow, I've been going for 37 minutes as well. So yeah, so there you go, guys. I'm going to end the broadcast now. Thanks to everybody who's tuned in. Thanks to everybody who subscribed. Do smash the like button. Do smash the subscribe button. Like I said, I'll be back tomorrow with some pre-recorded videos plus my live stream. I'm going to try and get back to doing it at 3:30 as well. I just fancy doing it a little bit earlier today. Thanks to everybody who's tuned in. Enjoy the rest of your day. And I'll chat to you all soon. Take care, guys.